If you want him to miss you, it's not about playing childish games or pretending you don't care. It's about understanding the quiet ways people feel your absence and making sure those moments leave an imprint. The first silent rule is space. When you're always available, always replying instantly, always showing up at every opportunity, there's nothing for him to crave. Space creates contrast. It allows him to notice the difference between life with you and life without you. The second is energy. When you're with him, make the time meaningful. Be present, be fun, be someone who brings warmth and light into the room. That energy lingers long after you leave. People don't miss constant presence. They miss how you made them feel. The third is mystery. You don't need to broadcast every detail of your life. Leave some things unsaid. Let him wonder what you're doing. Let him feel curious about your world. When everything is predictable, interest fades. Mystery isn't about manipulation. It's about keeping your individuality alive. And the fourth is self-focus. The more you invest in your own passions, your own friends, your own goals, the more magnetic you become. And it's intoxicating. When he sees that your life is full, whether he's there or not, that's when he feels the urgency to be part of it. Misting you isn't about tricks. It's about showing that your presence is a privilege, not a guarantee. That's when the absence becomes powerful. That's when he starts to crave more. Would you like me to make this speech sharper and more conversational? Like something Matthew Hussey would deliver in a 2-minute video with pauses, questions, and punchy one-liners? When you're always there, always replying instantly, always available at a moment's notice, there's no room for him to feel your absence. It's human nature. We don't value what we never have to miss. Creating space doesn't mean pulling away to punish him. It means protecting your own time and energy so you're not giving endlessly. It's allowing moments of distance so that when you do connect, it feels intentional, not automatic. Think about how much more you appreciate someone after a trip or how good a song feels after silence. Space creates contrast, and contrast creates longing. If he never has the chance to wonder where you are or what you're doing, he never has the chance to feel the pull toward you. By stepping back just enough, you invite him to step forward. That's how he learns that your attention isn't something to assume, it's something to value. Would you like me to make this sound more like a spoken coaching moment with pauses and rhetorical questions like Matthew Hussey uses to pull the listener in? People don't miss constant presence. They miss the way you make them feel. When you're with him, it's not about filling the silence with words or trying to impress. It's about creating moments that stick, moments where he feels seen, energized, or simply happier because you were there. That emotional imprint lingers long after the conversation ends. Think about it. When you recall someone you miss, it's rarely about the exact words they said. It's the laughter they brought out of you, the comfort you felt in their company, the spark they left behind. If every interaction with you feels meaningful, fun, or uplifting, then when you're gone, the absence feels sharper. He doesn't just notice you're not around, he notices that the feeling you give him is missing. The key isn't to overwhelm or perform, it's to be present, to give your attention, your warmth, your unique energy in a way that feels authentic. When you do that, you become unforgettable. Not because you're trying to be, but because emotions are what people hold on to most tightly. It's why. Do you want me to tighten this into a more high-impact delivery? Quick lines Matthew Hussey would drop to make it feel powerful and memorable. When someone feels like they already know everything about you, curiosity fades. Mystery isn't about playing games or hiding who you are. It's about remembering that you are a whole person with layers, interests, and experiences that unfold over time. You don't need to reveal every detail of your day or every thought in your mind. Leaving space for him to wonder, to ask, to lean in, keeps the dynamic exciting. Part of mystery is showing, not telling. Instead of announcing every plan, you simply live your life. Go to the places that light you up. Spend time with people who energize you. Pursue the passions that make you come alive. When he sees glimpses of that, he wants to know more. Curiosity grows because there's something left to discover. Mystery also means holding on to your individuality. When you rush to merge completely, you lose the intrigue that comes from being your own person. The more you keep your uniqueness intact, the more magnetic you become. It's not about being distant. It's about being layered. He should always feel like there's more to learn about you because there is. Would you like me to shape this into a punchier, almost teaser-like version? Something Matthew Hussey might use to spark curiosity in under a minute? When your world doesn't revolve around him, that's when you become magnetic. A full life, your passions, your goals, your friendships, creates an energy that naturally draws people in. Independence is powerful because it shows that being with you is a choice, not a necessity. You're not waiting for someone to complete you. You're already complete, and he gets the privilege of being part of that. The more you invest in yourself, the more attractive you become. It's not just about looking busy. It's about genuinely building a life you love. When you're excited about your work, your hobbies, your growth, that energy spills over into every interaction. He sees someone who doesn't need validation to feel valuable, and that confidence is what makes him want to lean closer. If you spend all your time waiting for him, he won't feel the urgency to move toward you. But when he sees that your life is moving with or without him, that's when he realizes he doesn't want to miss his place in it. Do you want me to condense this into a sharp, high-impact version, almost like the kind of motivational bite Matthew Hussey drops in a short video? When someone knows they can have your attention at any time, they stop valuing it. But when they understand that your time, your energy, your presence aren't automatic, that's when they realize what a privilege it is to have them. You teach people how to treat you by the standards you set. If you give endlessly without boundaries, you train them to take it for granted. If you're intentional, if you protect your space, then every moment with you feels earned. It's not about being cold or withholding. It's about showing through your actions that you are not an unlimited resource. You are someone with a full life, with value, with options. And when he experiences you, he should feel lucky, not entitled. That shift in perspective is what makes someone miss you when you were not there, because they understand your presence isn't guaranteed. Would you like me to rework all 5 expanded points into one seamless, flowing Matthew Hussey style speech? So it sounds like a complete talk instead of separate pieces? At the heart of it, making someone miss you isn't about tricks, games, or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about the quiet power of showing that your presence has weight, that it leaves an impact, and that it's not something to be taken lightly. When you create space, when you leave an emotional imprint, when you keep a little mystery alive, when you focus on building your own life, and when you show that your presence is a privilege, you naturally become. The right person won't just notice your absence, they'll crave your presence. Not because you force them to, but because being with you feels like the best part of their world.